then the new wire, that is the alloyed wire, is having a resistance which is reduced now. All right, this is the claim a company is saying, that the alloyed wire resistance as compared to the standard wire. All right, so now they have given us the value at the mean of 25 sample. They have taken a mean of 25 samples of alloyed wire, which is giving us this value of mean as 0.083, and similarly it is giving us the standard deviation as 0.003 ohm. On the other hand, the standard wire is giving us the resistance 0.136 ohm and standard deviation 0.002 ohm. So test at 5% level whether or not the claim is substantiated or not. That is whether the claim which is made, which is the company is saying, the company has made a claim. So we have to check whether their claim is right or not. All right. The question is clear to you or not? Hello. Question is clear or not?
Yes,
जी
ma'am.
मैम.
Okay. Now, now our null hypothesis will be, what will be the null hypothesis? That the difference, the null hypothesis states that the difference between, this is for standard and this is for alloy. The standard, the difference between standard mean and alloyed mean is 0.05. This is the claim which the company is making. This will be our null hypothesis, that the difference between the mean of standard wire and the mean of alloyed wire is 0.05. All right, 0.05 ohm. So this is the claim. Alternative hypothesis will be mu1 minus mu2 is less than 0.05. All right, so our claim is, null hypothesis is mu1 minus mu2 is equals to 0.05, and alternative hypothesis states that, alternative hypothesis will be that it is not greater than equals to. All right, see, that this mu1 minus mu2 is less than 0.05. This will be our alternative hypothesis. Is it clear? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now rather your null hypothesis will be mu1 minus mu2 is greater than equals to 0.5, because it is saying that the
At
claim that the
least.
resistance at least, so therefore it will be greater than or equals to, it will not be equals to, because it is, it is saying that it should be at least. So when at least is used means it should be 0.05 or it should be greater than 0.05. So we will use this sign, greater than or equals to. All right, we will not use equals to here because the company is using the word at least. At least means that it should be greater than or it should be equals to 0.05. ठीक है, the alternative hypothesis will be now less than 0.05, है ना, because the region greater than 0.05 is for the null hypothesis, and the region other than 0.05 means less than 0.05 will be for rejection region, that is for alternative hypothesis. For example, if this is your number line, then this is your 0.5. So the region on the right hand side implies that this is for null hypothesis, that is the region greater than or equals to 0.5. Now the region which is left is less than 0.05. So this will be our alternative hypothesis and this will be our null hypothesis. Is it clear? The question is clear to you or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this region, green one, is for rejection. All right, that is for alternative hypothesis. ठीक है. Now under the test statistic, मैंने आपको उस दिन भी बताया था that for difference of mean difference of for difference of mean test, the test statistic is x1 bar minus x2 bar minus mu1 minus mu2. That is, we have taken in the form of x and y, x bar minus mu x minus mu y, but they have given in this question in the form of x1 and x2, so please don't get confused with it. x1 bar minus x2 bar minus mu1 minus mu2. Now, what is the value of mu1 minus mu2?
0.05.
0.05, because it is saying that mu1 minus mu2 is greater than equals to 0.05. This is greater than equals to. ठीक है. All right, so we can substitute the value of mu1 minus mu2 as, if it is equation 1, then what will be substitute in place of mu1 minus mu2?
0.05.
0.05, we will substitute it, and we know the value of x1 bar and x2 bar. What is the value of x1 bar and x2 bar?
0.083, 0.136.
Ma'am, 0.083.136.
Yes, and you can calculate s square by this formula,
Yes,
n1
ma'am.
s1 square plus n2 s2 square, or divided by n1 plus n2 minus 2. If you are having this formula, if you are given the values of s1 square and small s1 square and small s2 square, that is the standard deviation for sample variance, standard deviation for sample, then you will use this formula. Otherwise, which formula you will use?
Ma'am, 1 upon n minus 1 sigma d.
No, you will use this formula then. 1 upon n1 plus n2 minus 2 into summation xi minus x bar square plus summation yi minus y bar square. ठीक है. And summation xi minus x bar square is equal to n1 s1 square, and summation yi minus y bar is equals to n2 s2 square. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So if we are given the standard deviation, then we will use the above formula, and if we are not given the values of standard deviation, all right, we are given the whole data जिसमें x1 x2 x3 given है, then we will have to find the value of summation xi minus x bar square and summation yi minus y bar square from the data itself, and then we will substitute here in capital S. We will substitute it to get the value of capital S square. But if it is not, if the whole data set is not given, only standard deviation for first sample and standard deviation for second sample is given, then you will use the first above formula. So you have to see what you are given in the question, and accordingly you will have to substitute the values. You will have to use the values to find, to obtain capital S square. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, when we will substitute these values, then we will get the value of S square as 0.000067. Okay, बहुत सारे zero हैं इसमें. ठीक है. And we know n1 is equal to n2. So we will use n1 plus n1 as 25 and n2 as 25. See, don't get confused with it that here n1 is equals to n2. So we can use pair t test. We cannot use pair t test here Can any of you tell me the reason why we cannot use pair t-test here, although n1 is equal to 2?
Samples are different.
Exactly. Very good. Two samples are there. One is for standard wire and another is for alloyed wire. So as two samples are not depending on each other, they are independent. So we cannot use pair t-test. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now tell me, for how many degrees of freedom we will calculate, we will see, or we will obtain the tabulated value. For how
48.
many degrees of 48? 48 कैसे हो जाएगी? Can any one of you tell me? Hilal is there in the class or not? Hilal, can you tell me why we are finding the value of T for 48 degrees of freedom? Hilal, are you there? Avinash, why we are finding the value of T for 48 degrees of freedom? Arun? Yes, Avinash. Yes, Avinash. Tell me. If you don't know, then please tell me that you don't know. Yes, Avinash, you don't know. So who will tell me? Arun, Avinash, Mazhar. I think Hilal also don't know. Hilal? So this was very easy, and I'm really sad that you people don't know this. That why
Ma'am,
we
n
are.
plus n2 minus 2.
आप और कोई?
N1 plus N2 minus
मैम
2.
उसमें डिग्री ऑफ
अबू
यही
सर?
डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम हो जाती है अगर कुछ तो n-1 होती है, वरना वरना इस वाले केस में n1 प्लस n2 माइनस 2 हो जाएगी हमारी डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम.
Yes, the degrees of freedom for this case will be n1 plus n2 minus 2,
2.
and the value of n1 is 25, the value of n2 is 25 and minus 2, so it will become 48.
48.
Yes. अगर आप लोगों को कोई चीज नहीं समझ में आ रही है तो प्लीज मुझे उसी वक्त बता दीजिए दैट वी आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू आर टेलिंग अस. आई विल रिपीट 10 टाइम्स, बट प्लीज अपने दिमाग अपने मतलब अपने अंदर लेके मत बैठा करिए कुछ के नहीं आ रहा तो आगे बढ़ जाइए, कोई बात नहीं. आधों को तो आ ही रहा है समझ में, या दो चार को तो आ ही रहा है, उनके साथ हम भी आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. प्लीज आप अपना नुकसान कर रहे हैं इस तरह से. ठीक है, मैं आपको कोई कुछ कहूंगी थोड़ी, अगर आपका गलत भी है या मेरे दिमाग में आपका कुछ इंप्रेशन थोड़ी खराब हो जाएगा.
हेलो हेलो
बोलिए अविनाश.
मैम साउंड नहीं हमारा जा रहा था मैम, जब बोल रहे थे उस वक्त.
चलिए कोई नहीं. ठीक है. So now the tabulated value is minus 1.645. I have told you yesterday how to see the tabulated value from the table. If it is clear to you, then it's fine. Otherwise, I will tell you today also. I will repeat again that how do we see the tabulated value from the table. How we will see the values of T for different degrees of freedom from the table. Did you understand yesterday or should I repeat once again?
मैम 48 डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम पे वैल्यू चेक करना बता रही हैं आप टेबल में से?
हाँ मैंने कल बताया तो था। अब आप 48
मैम
डिग्रीज
वो
ऑफ फ्रीडम हो
आता
आता है, चलिए ठीक है। वो तो फिर आपकी जितनी भी डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम होंगी उसके हिसाब से आप वैल्यूज देख सकते हैं टेबल में। जरूरी नहीं है कि 48 हो, कितनी भी डिग्रीज, वो तो डिग्रीज डिफरेंट डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम के लिए डिफरेंट वैल्यूज होती हैं। वो कल बताया था। और ये भी बताया था कि 2 टेल टेस्ट के लिए अलग होता है और 1 टेल टेस्ट, सिंगल टेल टेस्ट के लिए वैल्यूज अलग लाइन में देखी जाती हैं। Do you remember that? I told you that for 2 tail test, the values will be seen in a different column, and for a 1 tail test, it will be in a different column for same level of alpha, for same value of alpha.
जी मैम।
Okay. So we have seen that the tabulated value is minus 0.1645, whereas the calculated value is minus 144.07. Since calculated value of t is much less than the tabulated value, it falls in the rejection region, and we therefore reject the null hypothesis and conclude that the claim is not substantiated. All right. Since our calculated value is much less than the tabulated value, then our claim is rejected. It will be accepted or rejected?
I'm rejected.
Rejected होगा.
Null hypothesis is rejected.
Null hypothesis is rejected because the value which is 1.164, and we are comparing it with 140 minus 145.07, and minus 145.07 is very less than, it is very small as compared to 0.1645, so our hypothesis will be rejected. All right. A certain stimulus administered to each of the 12 patients resulted in the following increase of blood pressure. See, we have given a certain stimulus to 12 patients, and we have seen that after giving that stimulus, the blood pressure increased as follows: 5, 2, 8, minus 1, 3, 0, 2, minus 1, 5, 0, 4, 6. All right. Can it be concluded that the stimulus will, in general, be accompanied by an increase in blood pressure? So, the claim which we are making is that, what will be the claim? What is the claim? What is the
Ma'am,
claim which,
that
yes,
there is some we have to test whether there is significant difference, means increase following the administering of the stimulus.
yes, that after giving the stimulus, means our claim is that after giving the stimulus, whether this um,
Blood
blood
pressure
pressure will
increases.
increase or not. So we are making this claim that after giving the stimulus, the blood pressure will increase. All right. Now it is. Can you tell me which type of test is this? Which type of test you will apply here? Difference of mean test or t test, pair t test?
I'm T paired.
Anyone else? Which test will be applied here? Pair t test or difference of mean test? And you have to prove also
I'm
why you are
paired T paired.
paired t test, and you have to prove your statement also. Why you are saying that you will apply pair t test here?
मैम मैम 2 ऑब्जर्वेशन ली जाएंगी पर सैंपल एक ही है पेशेंट का।
यस, सैंपल एक ही है पेशेंट का। 12 ही पेशेंट्स हैं जिनका पहले ब्लड प्रेशर मेजर किया गया होगा और बाद में ब्लड प्रेशर मेजर किया गया होगा। सो दिस it could be like this कि 12 patients were there, 12 patients were there, ठीक है। अर्लियर उनका ब्लड प्रेशर कुछ इस टाइप से होगा, 130. After giving the medicine, it would have been 135. So it has increased by 5. Similarly, the next one would be like this ki 132, and it would have been increased to 134. So 2 is the difference. So here only the difference is provided to you, that is 5, 2, 0, 1, 3. You have not given the xi and yi values. You are just given xi minus yi. You are just given the difference di. You are not given xi and yi separately. What you are given? You are given only the the earlier pressure and now the pressure after giving the stimulus. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
जी मैम.
जी मैम.
Is it clear to all? Please,
The
अगर किसी को नहीं
dependent variables.
डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल्स है, सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि हमने एक ही 12 लोग जो हमने लिए हैं, दे आर नॉट चेंज. ये नहीं कि अभी मैंने 12 लोगों का सैंपल इस हॉस्पिटल से लिया और 12 का दूसरों से हॉस्पिटल से ले लिया. आई हैव टेकन 12 मतलब 12 पीपल, 12 same people, and I have tested my stimulus on those 12 people only. And what I have done is that I have noted their blood pressure. Then I have given the stimulus, and after giving the stimulus, I have again noted their blood pressure. And what I have given to you is the difference between the blood pressure before giving the stimulus and after giving the stimulus. So don't get confused with it that only one value is given to you. The one value which is provided to you is the difference between the value of blood pressure before giving the stimulus and after giving the stimulus. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear? प्लीज जिसको नहीं क्लियर हुआ है वो पूछ ले. यस, अब्दुल रऊफ, इज इट क्लियर?
जी मैम.
अबू जर सिद्दीकी, प्रत्यक्ष कुमार भाग गए, क्या मेरा भी नंबर आएगा? अबू सर,
यस मैम.
इज इट क्लियर टू यू?
मैम अभी थोड़ा सही से नहीं हो पा रहा है.
अरुण, Arun, is it clear? The question is clear to you or not? Arun, क्या फोन लेके रख देते हो क्या साइड में? अविनाश, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
हिलाल, मजहर, मजहर मुस्तफा, is it clear?
यस मैम. मैम थोड़ा.
Okay, मोहम्मद काशान,
यस मैम.
प्रत्यक्ष,
यस मैम.
ओके, साले अहमद एंड सुमित, लोगों ने तो बोला ही है कि क्लियर हुआ हो गया. ऑल राइट. एक किसी ने ये बोला है शायद अबूजर ने कि इट इज नॉट क्लियर टू हिम. See, Abuzar, go through the pair T test for once again. Then you will come to know that pair T test is done on a same group of sample. And what we do is that हम उनकी दो यूनिट्स निकाल लेते हैं. एक बार मान लो अगर हमें किसी मेडिसिन का निकालना है, मेडिसिन के लिए करना है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, एक बार यूनिट, मतलब जैसे हमारे पास 12 पेशेंट्स हैं, तो फर्स्ट यूनिट होगी बिफोर गिविंग द मेडिसिन, दैट इट कुड बी 120. And after giving the medicine, it has become 135. Similarly, for second person, मान लो ये 115 था, and after giving medicine, it has become 120. For third person, if it would be 105, and after giving the medicine, it would be 110. So for each 12 people, we will have two sets of data. We will have two readings, that is x1 and y1. this is your x1, this is your xi's, and these are your yi's. So in this question, what we are given, we are just given the difference between these two values. We are not given xi and yi separately. Rather, we are given the difference between these two values, that is xi minus yi. So it is 5 to 8. It is the difference between the values before giving the medicine and after giving the medicine. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am, please.
फिर भी एक दफा पढ़ोगे थियरी तो शायद ज्यादा बेहतर समझ में आ जाए.
जी मैम.
Okay. Solution. Hence, we are given the increments in blood pressure. So what I was telling again and again, that in this question we are not given xi's and yi's separately. Rather, we are given the difference, that is xi minus yi. Null hypothesis states that mu x is equals to mu y. That is, we are assuming that there is no significant difference in the blood pressure readings. That is, G, that is, we are given that after giving the medicines, there is no significant difference. Means the blood pressure remains almost constant after giving the medicines. This is what we are claiming as our null hypothesis. Okay. In other words, the given increment are just by chance and not due to stimulus. All right, that is, stimulus does not have any effect on blood pressure. This is our null hypothesis, which we are assuming that. Okay, and our alternative hypothesis will be mu x is less than mu y. That is, the stimulus results in an increase in blood pressure. All right, that is, after giving the stimulus, our pressure will increase. This is our alternative hypothesis. Okay, in this, as d's are given to you, so you can also obtain d square. Okay, and we know that the test statistic for pair t test is d bar upon s under root n. All right, d bar you can easily calculate. You can calculate it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
By adding all these terms 5 to 8 and this, and dividing by
12.
n, that is 12.
N.
Yes. Similarly, you can
12,
also
sir.
find, okay, yes, you can also find s square. The formula for s square is now 1 upon n minus 1 summation d square minus summation d whole square by n. Okay, you can use summation di minus d bar square also. You can use any of the formula. Okay. Now, what we will do, we will substitute these values and we will obtain s square as 9.5382. Then we will put these values in the test statistic, that is, in this, t is equals to d bar upon s under root n. Okay. Then on substituting the values, we will get the value of t as 2.89. Okay. As it is a single tail test, so we will see the value from t table for 5% level of significance and at 11 degrees of freedom. Here we have the degrees of freedom as n minus 1. For paired
Minus one.
sorry, for difference of mean test, we have the degrees of freedom as n1 plus n2 minus 2. This is for difference of means. But for paired t test, it will be n minus 1. Okay, na? So when we will see the value from the table, it is coming out to be 1.80. And our t is 2.89. So 2.89 is greater than 1.80. So the hypothesis will be accepted or rejected.
Rejected, I think, ma'am.
It will be rejected.
Rejected.
Yes, it will be rejected. I think it is sure that it will be rejected because it is greater than the tabulated value.
tabulated value.
So what will you make? What is the conclusion which you will make?
स्टिमुलस से जो है ब्लड प्रेशर इंक्रीज कर जा रहा है.
Yes, sir.
Yes, because our alternative hypothesis is getting correct. So which
Accepted, yes,
states
sir.
that, yes, which states that on giving the stimulus, the blood pressure increases. Now this is a very important question in terms of understanding. ठीक है, और ये वाला क्वेश्चन भी आप अपने प्रैक्टिकल में करिएगा. यस, ये भी क्वेश्चन आपको प्रैक्टिकल में करना होगा. और पॉइजन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन वाला आपने कर लिया था?
मैम अभी समझ पता ही नहीं कौन कौन सा करना है उसमें.
अच्छा, तो
प्रैक्टिकल में अलग से करना है क्या मैम?
हाँ, प्रैक्टिकल कॉपी में ये वाला क्वेश्चन कर लीजिएगा. पॉइजन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन वाला मैंने बताया था, मैं भी आपको, वो जिसमें नंबर ऑफ पेजेस वाला.
जमा होगी.
हाँ, प्रैक्टिकल कॉपी आपकी जमा होगी जब आप लोग डिपार्टमेंट आएंगे. Okay, so what we were doing, this question. In a certain experiment, to compare two types of animal foods A and B, the following results of increase in weights were observed in animals. ठीक है? Assuming that the two samples of animals are independent, can we conclude that food B is better than food A? Also examine the case when the same set of 8 animals were used in both the foods. First of all, you have to tell me which type of test or tests you will use in this question. It has two parts. Okay, it has two parts, 1 and 2. Now can you tell me which test you will use for both these parts? Or you will use different test for these two parts?
Difference of mean test.
Difference of means test.
ये के लिए फर्स्ट के
Because
लिए डिफरेंस ऑफ मीन होगा.
because the
Difference of mean test.
variables are independent.
Okay, and for second part?
टी तो
Ma'am, T per test.
Exactly, pair T test. Now can you justify your answer why we will use a difference of mean test for part A and for a pair T test for part B?
For part A, already the question is saying that we
No,
have to
तो
assume
दोनों
that
में
the two
independent है,
samples are
अलग-अलग
independent.
observations हैं. Second में dependent
But in
common
part
लेना है.
2, the same 8 animals are used, so increase
Yes, ma'am.
in, I think it
Yes.
is linked.
Yes, it is written in the question that for part A, for first part, that assuming that the two samples of animals are independent, it means that we are
Independent.
taking two different set of animals. मान लो अगर मैंने एक सैंपल एक उससे लिया कैटल हाउस से, तो दूसरा दूसरे से लूंगी. ठीक है, बट फॉर द सेकेंड केस मैं जो हूँ, आई एम यूजिंग द सेम सेट ऑफ एनिमल्स फॉर बोथ द डाइट्स. ठीक है, पहले मैंने अपने एक पर्टिकुलर, मेरे पास 8 एनिमल्स हैं, उनको पहले मैंने फूड ए खिलाया, फिर फूड बी खिलाया. एक ही एनिमल्स को मान लो फॉर 1 मंथ, और फिर नेक्स्ट सेकेंड मंथ के लिए मैंने फॉर फूड बी खिलाया. तो नाउ as the same set of animals are used, so I will use pair T test. But earlier it was given that we have used two different sets of animals. All right, that is, they are independent of each other. They are not same. So now for that case we use difference of means test. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
यस मैम.
Okay. So now first we will do the first part. If the null hypothesis will be, if the increase in weights due to food A and B are denoted by X and Y respectively. All right, then H naught, that is the null hypothesis, will be mu X is equals to mu Y. That is, there is no significant difference in increase in weights due to diets A and B. Null hypothesis is always as simple, is very simple, like there is no difference between the food, the increase in weight. There is no increase in weight because of any food. Mu x is equals to mu y. All right. Null hypothesis states that mu x is equals to mu y, which implies that on giving both the foods, there is no significant difference in their weights. Means the weight will almost remain the same. Next is our alternative hypothesis states that mu x is less than mu y. That is, when we are giving the food B, the weight will increase. Means food B will result in more increase in the weight. All right. Hello.
जी मैम.
Okay, मुझे लगा class left हो गई. Okay, if the two samples of animal be assumed to be independent, then we will apply t-test for difference of mean to test H naught. It is clearly given in the solution. So what we have just discussed, so I don't think कि इतना बताने की अब ज़रूरत है, because we have discussed what it is written. Then our null hypothesis will be x bar minus y bar upon under root s square 1 upon n1 plus 1 upon n2 minus mu x minus mu y is getting 0 here because
X is equal to mu y.
for null hypothesis
Hypothesis
we have
mu1 is equal to mu y.
yes for null hypothesis we have made an assumption that mu x is equals to mu y. So the term following x bar minus y bar, that is minus mu x minus mu y, is becoming 0. That is why we have not written anything after this x bar minus y bar. All right, so this is our test statistic. Then we will find the values of x bar and y bar. Can you calculate the values of x bar and y bar?
Yes, ma'am.
You can easily calculate
ma'am.
the values of x bar and y bar because these are your xi's
Summation by 8.
and नीचे वाले जो हैं your yi's. Summation xi upon कितनी values है total? 8. Summation xi upon 8. Yes, and summation yi upon 8 will give
Yes,
you y bar.
Y bar.
And summation xi upon 8 will give you x bar. So you can easily find the values of x bar and y bar. Next thing which we have to find is that, what we have to find next?
S square.
S square. So that too you can calculate it or not? What is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
value
X
of
minus x minus
1 upon n1 plus n2 minus 2
summation
sigma
x minus x bar.
x minus bar
X
square
Summation y minus y bar square.
summation y minus y bar square. You can substitute the values for different values. These are your different x1, x2, x3. ठीक है, and x bar you know that you can you have already calculated x bar. So you will do x1 minus x bar plus x1 minus x bar whole square plus x2 minus x bar whole square. By this you can calculate the values of summation xi minus x bar square. Similarly, you can calculate the values of summation yi minus y bar square. See, as this data is having high values like 49, 53, 51, so they have used the formula of assumed mean. Do you remember the formula of assumed mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, मैम. एक कॉमन वैल्यू लेके माइनस कर देते सब में.
हाँ, तो इसमें जो है ये कॉमन वैल्यू 50 ली है फॉर x सेट ऑफ डेटा एंड फॉर y दे हैव टेकन एज 52 और फिर उससे हमने वैल्यू निकाली है मीन की. ठीक है, यू कैन डू इट डायरेक्टली बाय यूजिंग दिस फॉर्मूला समेशन xi minus x bar square if you are ready to do मतलब a complicated calculation. Otherwise, if you want to make your calculation easy, you can use this formula of assumed mean. This is completely your choice. You will get marks in both the cases. ठीक है, then you will get the values of summation xi minus x bar square as this and summation yi minus y bar square as 16.875. You will substitute these values in this formula of s square and you will get the value of s square as 3.41. All right.
जी मैम
Yes, ma'am.
We will substitute all the values and we will get the value of t as
minus 2.70
minus 2.17, and then for tabulated value we will see for how many degrees of freedom.
14.
14. And it is a one tail test or two tail test?
One tail.
One tail test. So you will find the values from the table as 1.76. As the critical region for the left tail test, t is less than 0.176, and since calculated value is less than 0.176, h naught is rejected at 5% level of significance. Hence we conclude that जब हमारा h naught reject हो रहा है, it means that there is a difference between the diet A and diet B on the effect on the weights of animals. Or we can say that diet B is superior to diet A. Diet B is superior to diet A because the increase in diet after giving diet B is more. ठीक है? So now, as the time is almost over, you can go through the second part by yourself, but I will also repeat tomorrow in the class. But I want you to go through by yourself also. Is it
Okay,
clear?
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Because I don't want to burden you. फिर मैं ज़्यादा पढ़ाऊंगी तो पता चले समझ ना आए बाद में, तो इसलिए जितना समझ में आ जाए उतना ही अच्छा है.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can leave the class.